I'll give you your. Believe me, I'll give you a wide berth.
I'll actually just drop. I'll just drop the 7K NA knowledge bombs.
But he gets a slight edge on the other, like for example the Storm Spirit with that last play damaging the Bloodseeker and bringing him low. He's then able to just aggressively push him out of lane. The Bloodseeker can't rely. Now bottom lane, Silent's going to be dropping low, will end up going down for the first blood. Winter Wyvern and the Undying. We're already putting so much pressure on this Ember Spirit. Early kill on him. Good setup for Vici Gaming already, it seems, for
Super's
some
dead.
of their lanes. But yep, Super going to be run out. Resolution finds that one, so even up that kill score 1-1.
That's even more significant as a mid laner. Then you don't really care if you get first blood or not, but the fact that's probably even more worth it than getting the first blood is for Vici.
Charge comes out. Fenrir. 17%. Fenrir gets bashed one time.
He's not going to get bashed
will
again.
ensure the kill.
Ice Frog.
Another right click. That's all they really need. Fenrir trying to juke his way through the trees, but they don't even need the bash. They get 2 more right clicks, and that will ensure the death. And Hao's now going to be pushed away by Yoki. Of course, the Bloodseeker is getting advantage out of Always Want to Fly being quite low. In fact, Hao, whoa, there comes a quick bash out. Hao, he's got to be real careful here. He has to make the blink away, but now the charge is there. Hao, he's done for. Another right click, and of course, a bash to finish things off wasn't even needed, but Yoki likes to end things on style here as he gets a double kill. Back over to the middle lane, we watch Super drop quite low, as again, he just misses out on one of those right clicks and takes that remnant damage, and he's immediately dropping to very low HP. Every single time he goes for a Blood Rage and challenges the Storm Spirit when he remnants down in order to get that CS, he cannot afford to miss that CS, otherwise he's going to be in some serious trouble. His resolution is, the silence has already been laid out, Super is able to run him down, another right click, bottle up, resolution, he's good for one more. FY finally is able to get the kill and will be able to survive on top of that. Self away, and Ball Lightnings as well. Bottom lane, the action, yep, they're going to be able to get the Glen back on FY. They immediately try and target him, Ice, knowing that he doesn't have a tombstone, is not going to be able to really threaten the supports that much. Well, he gets one, and maybe he'll get a second one. Always Want to Fly, he's going to be dove down into Decay, gets it. Double kill for Ice, and now Super's here as well. He doesn't have a Rupture. Silent does not have a Remnant either, as he's only level 4, but it seems to change.
Supersonic speed, and it's a pretty good play, but Fenrir might be in trouble here if Resolution decides to go on this, and yeah, he's charged.
There is no way he gets away from this one with both Resolution and Yoki right there, and Fenrir, no help really around whatsoever. So a free pick off for them, 5-5, experience and gold. Where's that really coming from? Is it just the, it seems to be the Undying. The big change-up factor is the Spirit Breaker Dazzle can't put the same kind of pressure on Silent to slow him down. As you can see, already the pressure's there. Silent is now dealing with Tombstone and double slows out from the Winter Wyvern. Again, Zombies trying to chase him down. They need the heal desperately, but Always Want to Fly just a bit too late on that TP. And now Aloha Dance is the one who needs some trouble, but Ice has overextended himself. Dies as he dives into that tier 1 tower, and Aloha Dance will be okay. Health potions up, and the Bloodseeker.
Dive if they want to.
Oh, they're very stuck. That Silent's going to be able to hit Aloha Dance in the background. Always Want to Fly is dropped low. There is the charge out. Yoki's actually been ruptured up. He doesn't seem to care, though. He completes his charge against FY, but now he's going to pay for it. He's surrounded by 3 different heroes. Good Shadow Wave, but that's not going to be anywhere near enough. Vici Gaming pick up yet another kill. The Resolution was on his way, but
Clarity, which I'm a pretty big fan of because you don't want to have to bottle crow at this phase of the game, but you also want to be able to participate in fights.
Man, they do not stop trying to shut down Silent. He is just wanting to pick up his level 6. He's just like Storm Spirit in that regard, in that before he picks up level 6, he's very susceptible and take the top one at the same time. As FY, especially over this copse of trees, is going to be able to get in a position for really early Winter's Curse to set things up. But he's actually just trying to throw things down. Now goes for the Winter's Curse. Resolution held in, and Silence gets laid down. A Tombstone. He's unable to be dropped. Aloha Dance is going to start running himself back. Fenrir's the target of Yoki's aggression as he charges straight forward. Now pops the ultimate, trying to go and lock down Super. As Resolution comes forward, they're trying to get the last bit of damage on Super, who's super fast, and he will be able to get away from Empire as the low HP heroes give him enough move. Oh, Silent even came in for a remnant, but not able to get it. It's on the side. Hao makes his introduction, able to get at least the Spirit Breaker. Always Want to Fly. Very smart. Shallow Grave and TPO. Takes Silent off. The fact that Vici Gaming will come for a gank. Yoki is going to be the target of a Rupture. The Storm Blast doesn't land. Yoki managed to dodge the Silence at the very least. Now the Disruptor actually drops the ultimate edge, controlling Vici Gaming a bit. Yoki As that Shallow Grave protecting him for now, goes for the charge out as the Rupture fades and almost got away, but now Winter Wyvern locks him down with the Winter's Curse. This is a lot expended for just the Spirit Breaker kill, but they will get it in the end as Yoki no longer has an escape.
Yeah, but meanwhile, at this bottom tower, Resolution just continues to play for the split push game. He shouldn't be afraid of this because he knows that the Winter's Curse has been used, so he actually just goes for the tower in front of their faces, but he has to get out for this, and he should be able to.
Roshan! Tell me, oh, he bashed him up!
Oh, they know too because of the Bloodseeker! This is disastrous, he's just trying to suicide now.
Resolution dies just before Hao gets there. Now Roshan's pissed, he just bashes up Hao as well. Roche, have some mercy. These teams don't want to fight Generation Rune. The rest of the team is heading up to the top lane. They want a free pickoff on Fenrir. With the charge there, Aloha Dance can actually bring him back farther away from the tier 2 tower. This essentially means there's the rotation from Vici Gaming isn't going to be nearly as powerful. And they'll still get Fenrir, and it doesn't look like there's going to be a response from Vici Gaming in time. So they're going to go for super next. He's already being charged out. Aloha Dance does have his ultimate. Sure enough, going all in for Super. The Cold Embrace is there, though, and Super will be kept alive. Now Yoki needs to make an escape. He's got 4 seconds until TP. Oh, he's just going to try and TP out the damage. Oh, is he there? Not enough. Spirit Breaker. Oh,
the burn. The Orchid burn is enough to kill him.
It kills him inside of the fountain.
Hao is coming in invis behind them. This Orchid is just going to absolutely ruin this fight for them.
Oh, it really is. Hao starts popping the smoke.
They have no idea.
And Resolution, he's kind of jumping around a little bit. I feel like they know something is up. And sure enough, there goes the reveal of Hao. He throws the Orchid on to Always Want to Fly. Jump back in, though. Resolution, whoa! He actually tried to go for Hao there with the control of the Disruptor ultimate. But that was a bad idea. Empire may lose multiple heroes. Resolution, there it is. The Winter's Curse comes out from the Winter Wyvern. To make sure that TP is not successful, all he's left is with the suicide play. Of course, Silent forming right underneath the nose of Vici Gaming because he knows Bloodseeker. You can see some merits to both.
Because if you're a Queen of Pain and you only have an Orchid, and actually
Aloha Dance.
Aloha Dance should be going down for this.
Yeah, there goes the ultimate, and the last right click is there as well.
You realize they have such an advantage right now with the Aegis and the Orchid, and there's no defensive item picked up on the Storm, and so they're gonna march down for this in Resolution, trying to split the map, but Always Want to Fly, gonna go down to this kill. Hao's got the Orchid ticking off on him as well, and that's just gonna be a dominating streak for him.
Now, Silent, the meanwhile, seems like a shame to waste that kind of farm, but they still want to go for it. Already jumping in, the Orchid being placed onto Resolution, but not a whole lot of damage being placed on him. In fact, if anything, Hao has taken probably 10 times the amount he dished out. Silent is going to run himself back a little bit. Right on that Rupture. Meanwhile, the Red Vampire now going to be initiated. Hao hits a pretty good Sonic Wave, but both supports stay alive for a little while longer. In fact, Hao, now locked down by Yoki, is going to be losing his Aegis. Resolution, though, immediately caught out by that Winter's Curse. He goes down, but so too does a Queen of Painfall. Now, Resolution comes back, and he desperately needs some kills in order to make that Bloodstone work. Then the charge comes in, bumps Zac 2, Ice now controlled by Resolution as well. Needs another right click, and he'll get him as well as Super. Somebody right click somebody. There goes the Undying. There goes the Bloodseeker as well. And to wrap things up, it is going to be FY dying as well. A great fight for Team Empire as Vici Gaming maybe just force it a bit too much under the guise that Aegis would give them the advantage. This is Queen of Pain matchup. The Storm Spirit, when he gets Orchid, it's Orchid versus Orchid. The Storm Spirit is superior solely because of the fact he gets a disable, right? Yoki. All right, Witch's Curse being used there. A good ultimate from Aloha Dance. Well, maybe with the
maybe they turn this around.
Oh my god, he's going to be able to jump in. Yoki's still alive with that BKB. Now with the ultimate coming in for the Queen of Pain, they finally finish
this
him off,
is disaster.
But it's still Empire making a big-time win here as they take out 3 and potentially 4th. Ice stuck in the middle. They address the Tombstone, bring Ice back more punishment. Teeth got attempted by him, but he's not going to make it out. And Empire, a huge turnaround here. It's now 4 kills for 1. That was, I was like looking at it, Aloha Dance. I was like, oh, that's a great ultimate. I just don't see them pretty aggressively pushing in that top lane. Resolution, Aloha Dance are knocking on that tier 3 tower just to see who's going to respond. Are they going to jump in? Yep, they're going to try and grab Hao and take him out. But a really good silence placed down from Super and managed to force the rest of the team back. Now Resolution caught by that Winter's Curse will be able to get the kill there. Always Want to Fly the next target. Shallow Grave and a TP up. Nope, swap is there from Fenrir, and Always Want to Fly will join Resolution in the gray. So their first real attempt at being very aggressive on Vici Gaming. They've not only got the armor now of Assault Cuirass, but they also have the armor of Mech slash Guardian Greaves, which as your hero drops low enough, they get a big increase in armor up to an increase of 10 once they drop below 20%. So melee max, that swap in. They're going to go for Yoki and do successfully blow him up with the Sonic Wave, and he does not have a buyback. It seems really good in the ultimate there from Aloha Dance. They target Ice, but now Resolution is hit by that Winter's Curse. Great Shallow Grave, though, is going to keep Resolution alive, and back to the fountain he goes, where he'll heal up and come back once again for vengeance. The melee Rax is about to fall. Vici Gaming, though, can't stick around for too long. The buyback out from the Disruptor is going to look for a glimpse pickoff, but they need vision first, and it just hits nighttime as well. Silent's desperate to be able to see someone, and he's seen how. They'll bring him right back in. He does have that Aegis, makes the blink away. Super's the next target of Resolution, who has just enough mana to be able to make a pull, and Super will end up falling here. Great pickoff for the buyback of the Disruptor. Doesn't look like they're going to get anything more, though.
It's almost certainly going to mean at least one set of racks. Oh, and I don't actually think they know this is coming, and this might actually just surprise them.
Hot Dance is still in a good position to be able to respond to this one. If he gets off a good ultimate, BKB activated on both the intelligence bits. They do get the ultimate off on Resolution, and with the Winter's Curse, but the Shallow Grave is there. He's going to be able to roll himself out of that one, but the Bloodseeker is still plenty fast thanks to all that missing HP, so he's going to be able to run down a couple of heroes. First is always want to fly. Next up, Silent on his list. He only needs one or two right clicks, and yeah, he pops the BKB just to make sure that Chains doesn't delay the death of the Amber Spirit. 2 kills for that smoke, and Vici Gaming will now be able to take that melee Rax, which survived for so long, but in the end, it falls to Vici Gaming.
It's definitely going to go down in how having this Assault Curse.
Nice. That's a glimpse back. Now FY comes in with the Cold Embrace. The rest of Vici Gaming seems like they want to fight this one. It's going to be a 3 versus 5. They already got the Disruptor thanks to Hao and his Orchid plus Blood Rage damage. So not so good an idea for Empire to challenge. Now a swap out. Yoki's going to be caught as well. Silent stunned up, and that turns to worse. Empire are very fortunate that they're in a situation where Vici Gaming can't actually take a second lane of runs. Vici Gaming now ready to commit to the push uphill.
You can't really sacrifice 2 racks if you're here as Empire, because you'll just lose too much map control and they'll go to the smoke. So I really feel like this has to work for them right now, because there's not a whole lot of farm progression that's coming in.
Oh, Stormclear jumping in on the back. BKB already activated. He really needs to get FY, but there goes the Glimmer. Cape Resolution still sees a little bit of him. He's going to be able to knock him back with Yoki, and they will almost take him out. No, he gets a Cold Embrace. Now a great Sonic Wave from the Queen of Pain. They will be able to finish off FY in the end, but the heroes are going to get cleaned up on the side of Empire in exchange for that one support. Now, as they jump forward, always one fly is going to be the next target. Shallow Grave and TP out. Resolution, his second life, he comes back and goes straight for Super, but has to jump himself away as he drops too low. And Vici Gaming have enough sustain and now be able to focus on that melee Rax. Silent Orchid it up, needs some help. That comes from Resolution, finishes off the Queen of Pain's Aegis. Super, though, will get that range Rax. Hao backs himself up with the Blink, and Team Empire. The first thing that FY did was a quick blink backwards that actually stalled up Resolution's damage so heavily and played a very key part in the Winter Wyvern surviving as long as he did. Now Hao, he's going to be forced into a BKB here. Yoki still has his ultimate. If they get enough bashes, maybe they can kill Hao, but never mind. Yoki just gets cleaned up nice and fast. Swap out, plus the Cold Embrace is there. Hao double saved by his allies, and Team Empire drop another 2 cores. Aloha Dance trying to get himself out, but he's going to be run down pretty quickly. Pops the smoke, but FY's there with the blink. That'll be a 3rd death for Team Empire.
Yeah, Aloha Dance is making a valiant effort to try to get out of here, but every single hero on Empire on Vici Gaming right now is in hot pursuit, trying to keep himself away.
Oh my god!
No, he got crit.
That was close. So Vici Gaming, I mean, that's actually really good for them, right? They managed.
Ember Spirit is a core that is meant to be behind early, but not by this amount. I think that's a bad term. It's been the day of comebacks.
Yep, day of crazy comebacks to be sure. Silent almost gets caught out. Oh, that is the combination right there. Rupture into a swap. That was like the 950 range swap that practically kills the Dazzle straight up. And now Vici Gaming, I love this spacing from them. They are not taking any chances when it comes to ending this game. They put Hao in the front lines and leave the rest of the team sitting farther back. well spaced to make sure that Empire don't get some sort of opportunity to initiate.
He got Houdini. I saw him and then I didn't. The target now.
GMG gets blown up by the Sonic Wave now, and Whisker is placed on Aloha Dancing Flight. There it is. Empire will call it. Game number 2 goes to Vici Gaming.
Yeah, I really felt like Empire could have done this, but there were so many errors in that bottom lane, especially where they just couldn't really contest anything, and even with the overall decent mid game that they had with the timings, it just all fell apart so quickly.
So we see some of the essentials there for Team Empire to challenge some of the